Hi, greetings, Dr. Lual. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Dr. Lual? How are you, sir? Are you able to hear me? Good afternoon, Dr. Lual. Can you hear me? Hello, Dr. Lual. Inte Moderators. Hi, Mr. Daniel Cruz. Greetings.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me, Daniel?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hi, Daniel. I can't hear you. Hi.
Hear me now? Can you hear me?
I don't know if I'm using the wrong earphones. Hold on. Hi, Daniel.
Hello,
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Hold
you-
on. Hi. How are you,
Hello?
Daniel? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, pleasure. I think it came up on the wrong audio. Hi, Dr. Lual. I think you can hear me now. Welcome to both of you. Mr. Daniel, pleasure to meet you. Where are you? Where are you currently?
I am coming in from New Mexico.
Oh,
I'm here to represent Paul Mabior.
Very nice.
I am not a supporter of his, but a supportive, neutral party, and have been working with people in Kakuma and so forth, London, to create caucus networks.
Oh, how nice. So you are linked to us. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
I think the thing I've encouraged him to do is to, see if the party's the most important things that you can do, I think, to have a free South Sudan is to unite as one party, ultimately, in some way.
Yeah, to focus on development and peace and overcoming a lot of the challenges. Yeah, but that's a consensus we need. You're pushing the right button.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure. Hello, Dr. Lual.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Lual, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Oh, lovely, sir. I'm so delighted that you've joined us, considering that you're traveling. So it's a real pleasure that you've joined us. Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. And I will not to stay longer. I may just be in for 1 hour because I have to run to the airport.
That's fine. We understand. Are you still in Juba or you've traveled already?
I'm in Kigali, Rwanda.
You've already you're transiting. Yeah. Okay. I do remember. Yeah. Pleasure. You're very welcome. We'll try and start as soon as possible, and you could be the first speaker. Hi, James. James, are you okay? Welcome.
Hi, Nyieer.
Pleasure. Please greet Dr. Lual. He's one of the panelists, the co-panelist and chief main speaker, really, because of his years of experience
Hi,
and
Dr.
service to the
Lual.
country. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Yap.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I just heard you that you are in Kigali. It's one of my favorite cities in Africa. I have been to Kigali 6 times.
Okay. Where are you?
It's a beautiful city.
Where are you joining from?
From Omaha, Nebraska, USA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah, I'm
Lual may
I'm
actually.
heading to Washington, D.C.
Mm.
I'll be there tomorrow evening. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
We wish
Safe
you a safe
travels.
flight. Yeah, safe
Thank you.
flight. Yeah,
Thank
lovely. James, he may actually know your dad because they're probably crossed
Okay.
paths over the years. Yeah, you could probably introduce yourself.
Sure. I'm the son of late Manasseh Abraham Nyieer, and my uncle Stephen Abraham Nyieer lives in Juba, and he has been living in Juba for a long time.
Yes, yes, I know your dad. He was 1 year ahead of me at the University of Khartoum. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, he was an economist. So you are an economist yourself.
Yeah, and he became an administrator and were in different faculties with your uncle, Stephen Abraham. And he was in art, I was in economics.
Wow, wonderful.
And then we joined the civil service together in 1973. The regional government was the second batch.
That's very nice.
Right.
Very nice.
Wow, it's a small world.
Yes,
it's a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, I will see you in person when you come to the United States.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. I understand the Minister of Finance is on his way there too, to Washington. Are you both traveling together?
No, the minister had left yesterday. I'm joining them tomorrow. We wanted to arrive earlier to rest. The meeting starts on the 15th.
All right, lovely, lovely. Good luck.
So he's arriving. He's arriving tonight, this evening, I think, Washington, and I'll arrive tomorrow. The meeting start. The spring meetings start on Monday.
Oh, pleasure. That's lovely. We wish you all the best and continue to champion and advocate for our country on the global scale. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Majug, you're very welcome, Joseph, and also Engineer Magai Enoch, and also John Luong. You're all very welcome. We will probably start once we get the next speaker in, and maybe 2 or 3 more people. In the next 5 minutes, we'll start to give Dr. Lual an opportunity to, as he needs to travel. Yeah. So anybody who wants to introduce each other or say hello, feel free. The mic is open. Yeah.
Yes, let me, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr. Daniel. Go ahead, yes.
I wanted to greet the young man from Omaha. I work closely with Seth Mock from Lincoln, and in the past at the Museum of African Art in Lincoln and Refugee Center. And he wants me to come back to Omaha soon. And but you know, that's how I became deeply connected with the South Sudanese community. I'm a pastor who's worked a lot more in Ethiopia, but Gambela region, and now have become very connected to many of the South Sudanese people throughout the diaspora. And as I said, one of the things we're working on is the caucus network with Dr. Dole, who's one of the presidential candidates from, I think, the Union Party. And then also, so the goal is to try to help create a process for using the tradition of South Sudanese tribes of lining up behind one leader. If there were 4 lines, they resolve into 3 and then to 2 and to 1. And the most important thing I'm recommending is that this happen with you guys' support. And I've written a letter on behalf of Paul and Dr. Dole that is addressed to multiple groups, UN, IGAD, and to different democracy organizations, Democracy Now! Radio program, etc., to basically ask for a seat at the table with IGAD, because right now only SPLM is engaged there. So but the basically point is that I'm here representing Paul Maniok, who I know quite well. We went around the Midwest together for a couple weeks. Basically, the concept of encouraging you to have the same line of voting that takes place in some form, even if it's just from the party leaders themselves, to unite. First, around a council of 25 party leaders or their representatives, and then to become one line. Because, and this is the only way that you can preserve create a new future, is if everyone is uniting their platforms in some way, understanding each other's platforms, and as that you resolve from a council of 25 into a leadership team of 7, then down to 3, and eventually maybe 1 by next fall, so that you're all voting for the same person when it comes to the final election. Otherwise, even if you're split in 2, you will not prevail, in my view. It seems to me it's very critical that this unity happen. So I'm here to represent those several candidates and to encourage a unity movement, which is the most important thing that you can do. I meet with students from the Kakuma refugee camp quite often, and some of them have been there 10 years. They want to leave. They want to build a new future, but have no options. So that's why I'm here, and I'll let the mic go.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, James, go ahead. You can respond to that, James.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, and I commend you for your continuous support for the South Sudanese community. You are not a stranger to them. Hearing what you just said, we've come to Nebraska long time ago. I have a lot of friends and family members in Lincoln. Obviously, I live in Omaha. I have been living here for a long time, over 20 years. Omaha is home now, and we're working hard to help South Sudan in any way we can. Omaha or Nebraska in general has been a great state for the people of Sudan in general and South Sudanese in particular. I think we have the biggest probably African community, but for sure Sudanese and South Sudanese community in Omaha and Lincoln. So I have strong ties with the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, and I hope to meet you at some point. And please let us exchange our contact information so we can continue working together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. It is an interesting. I mean, again, we are historically very democratic. Even in the military junta in the 70s, we were able to exercise our rights. Even in the bushes of South Sudan during our liberation movement, we have been exercising our democratic rights and electing leaders. So it's just hopefully a matter of time. But it's good to have a pluralistic society, and hopefully Paul and others will develop their political parties. But you said something interesting earlier: the need to align the politics of the day for the purpose of stability and development, and to restore confidence in all our citizens with the view of creating a modern state that recognizes our diversity and historical ties, and also the importance of managing a state, because we paid a huge burden to get here. So thank you for being involved with us. Yeah. We welcome Zabib. We also welcome Andrew and Robin. You're all very welcome. Gabriel, Dr. Gabriel Loy, we welcome you from Juba. We're waiting for Professor Salah Jibril. He should be joining us very soon, and then we'll get going. Tuku also is another speaker. She's based in South Africa. Comrade Achil Malid has apologized. He has a conflicting engagement, but we should be able to also have Mr. Okol. Mr. Okol Mayen. Okol, are you here? Who's also the other speaker. Yeah. So once we have the two speakers in the next 5 minutes, we'll start Dr. Lual. Anybody who wants to greet anybody or each other, Majuk T. Deng, we also welcome you. You're welcome to open your mic. Zabib, we're very happy to have you. We haven't heard your voice before, so we'd be delighted to hear your voice today.
Thanks, Gordon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, my dear. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, awesome.
How are you?
We're fine, thank you. We're just about to start, so we're happy to have you.
All right.
Gabriel, greetings to you. And John Luong as well. Greetings to both of you.
Greeting, Justin. Greeting to all the guests, including Dr. Professor Acuek and everybody. I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful. We're very happy to have you, sir. How's Juba today?
Juba is good. It's not very cloudy. I hope it will rain. It's cloudy. Air is not very hot like it was in the last 2 weeks. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. Joseph, you're very welcome. Please mute your mic. Joseph, mute your mic.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Added my
Hi, Majuk.
email chat.
Pardon?
I've added my email to the chat. Partly
awesome.
To a fellow in Omaha, but also, you know, we have this letter written to send to IGAD, to the president of Kenya and Union, and Dr. Dole and Paul Mator would love to have other people become signatories, not with their physical signature, but a logo of their party, so that when it goes to Democracy Now! And to the Voice of America and many others, that they begin to recognize this group and this unity party at the table and in other ways, and recognize the fight that you guys are engaged in to bring a peaceful election that follows the, I know it's a Dinka and Nyieer tradition. I don't know how many other tribes share it, of standing in line in a village until the 4 lines become 3 and then 2 and 1. And this tradition is the most important thing, because somehow South Sudan got off the track, and God willing, it'll come back in the future, and the people will have a free country for the people, by the people. Yeah. And that's my purpose for being here in this meeting. So there my email is. Please send me your email. I will copy the letter to you, and we can engage with whoever sends the response to my email. And also, I will send something called the South Sudan Caucus Network manual to everyone. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Paul, I don't know if he's been to Juba recently and whether he has registered his party on the ground. Obviously, the elections are yet to be fully confirmed. I think financing elections are very expensive. So it's one of those challenges, but we wish him well, and we wish your party, I guess you're a member by proxy.
I think that's right. And I know he's registered his party, but I do know there's, as you said, there's difficulties, and there's going to be, you know, they tried to make every party put $50,000 in to register. They retracted that almost immediately, but nevertheless, it's still a big challenge. He's preparing, I think, to go to Australia in about a month, and on its way from because the largest community of Sudanese, I understand, is actually in Australia from the diaspora.
It is, yes. It is.
Even Omaha and Lincoln are #1 in the U.S. So planning to go there and then on to South Sudan from there is my understanding.
Right, okay. We wish him well. Yeah, we welcome Majuk T and Joseph, anybody else who has joined. Network problems are a challenge, so I think the guys in Juba are trying to connect, but please do bear with us briefly. in the interval, anybody else who wants to introduce themselves? John Marcoy, I think you tried to open your mic earlier. Was it you? Somebody was trying to open their mic. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon to African team. I just want to submit my apologies for having not attended the previous meeting schedule. Today I am to introduce to the team members who don't know me. I'm John McCoy Marial from South Sudan, and especially from Rumbek, where the chair comes from. Right now I'm in Rumbek, and I will be following this meeting with you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Brother John Marcoy. We're so happy to have you. Go ahead.
Sorry. I am the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of NICE Institute. NICE Institute is a consultancy institute, and it is also partnering with the government of South Sudan, especially at local level and national level. I'm also the Secretary of South Sudan Farmers Union, and I'm the Regional Director for a women-led organization called the Art Foundation. So this is my background, and I am a banker by profession. I work in the bank for about 20 years, KCB Bank, Stanbic Bank, Nile Commercial Bank. Before I left the bank, I was also doing agriculture. So this is a very nice topic for me today, and I think it will also benefit the Farmers Union in South Sudan. I will share with them most of the issues discussed and the way forward. Thank you.
Splendid. Well, you have a very impressive resume. You've done a lot, and you're doing a lot. So keep doing it. It's amazing. We need people to really double up, and there has to be that sense of urgency because we're a new nation that needs to make imprint and reverse historical disadvantages. And you're doing that, Brother John. So well done. A pleasure. Majug, you're welcome.
Yes.
Hello, Majug. So there are, go ahead, Joseph. Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Majug. I am living in Edinburgh currently. I just arrived from Juba.
Oh, lovely.
To pursue a scholarship, and I'm looking forward to hearing your presentation today. So thank you.
Thank you, Majug, and do reach out to us. We also have I'm here in the UK. I'm in London. We do have a community umbrella group, and we like to bring all our people together. So please do share your contacts with us, and we'll connect you with everybody and people in Scotland in particular. Yeah. So thank you.
Look forward to that. I would do so. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Manon, you're very welcome. I think I'm feeling a bit conscious of the time factor for Dr. Lual. So we'll probably start. We will start in the next 3 minutes now, if those gentlemen don't join, and lady. But otherwise, Manon, greetings to you and everybody on the forum who've just joined. Please just bear with me 1 second to make 1 or 2 phone calls. Our other moderators haven't joined us yet, but because of the various time zones, we have lots of people in Australia and also in America. And at times it's a delayed process. Yeah. Manon, you can introduce yourself if you so wish. Andrew as well, if you want to just greet everybody, particularly Dr. Lual, who's here with us. Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone from New York. My name is Manon Alain Jok Alew. I reside in New York, USA. Interested in economic development and agriculture and business in general and politics. So those are my area of interest. Thank you. I think the topic today is very important for all of us because it's one of the potential economic progress and prosperity in South Sudan. And we have a huge land that actually can feed not just only Africa, but it can feed even the world. Thank you.
Absolutely. Sudan was once described as a food basket, and it was none other than South Sudan. So clearly there is potential there, and you're right to confirm that. Thank you. So I think, hello, Majuk T, is your mic open? Do you want to say something? No, we cannot hear you, sir. Cannot hear you.
If you cannot hear my joke, then I can talk, eh?
Yeah, go ahead, John Along. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm John Olunduguira. I'm a student pursuing the Bachelor of Social Work and Social Administration at Kampala. And I am so excited to be here today. It is such a wonderful discussions. It is such a wonderful discussion of which we equip ourselves with the educational things concerning agriculture. As we South Sudanese are experiencing many challenges in agriculture, so I would like to thank the host and the founders of these platforms to discuss such a beneficial topics on this platform. So it is my pleasure to be here today. And I am a member of South Sudan Republican Party under the leadership of His Excellency Paul Mator Manyok. My regard to all of you. Have I communicated?
Yes, you have, sir. Yeah. It can work from the phone. Please do your best because we're about to start and Dr. Lual has to leave. So he's actually given us his valuable time here. But we're going to start anyway in the next 5 minutes. Yeah. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, some of the speakers are having challenges, but we're gonna go ahead. Daniel, did you say something? Sorry, I was on another phone.
I don't know if are you hearing me?
We can hear you for sure. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was trying to find the message that I just sent of the different entities that we plan to send this letter to. I had seen two people's emails come in. I'm trying to locate the message again so I can copy it, but this letter is on behalf of all the political parties. It was recommended by Dr. Dole from Des Moines and Paul Mator, and the goal is to give this letter to the President of Kenya, the African Union, UN, EU, Troika, Voice of America, Al Jazeera, major newspapers like the U.S. New York Times and Washington Post, and actually to create an opportunity, maybe even for some of you to come on the air with Democracy Now's TV program or with Al Jazeera to give them an update. But the main goal is to gain a seat at the table in Kenya alongside of SPLM, where the party of parties, or the umbrella parties, are coming in unity together and sending several representatives there to those meetings. But in addition, it's to create an awareness within the larger world of your efforts to unite, which is the most important thing you can do for the people of South Sudan, is come together and unite and find a way of creating one line ultimately behind first 7 people, and then a council of 25 and 7 and down to 3, etc. in the tradition of the Dinka and the Nyieer people. I'm a pastor, but also an economist. I do applied economics, and we have several projects, major farms that we're preparing to bring into South Sudan. We will pilot project in Ethiopia, God willing, this summer. And also 3 universities we are looking to connect to the 3 regions, so that the 3 regions of South Sudan will have a national university, and ultimately have world-class universities that students can go to. We may begin this. We're working on it in Kakuma with the young leadership there to bring some of these universities for them. And we've have conversations right now with Columbia College. Anyway, that's what I'm working on with the people, and I'll try to get back on the video. But drop your email into the chat session so I can follow up and send you this letter, and we can continue to connect. I think that's the most important thing that I can see being done today. Maybe you guys all have connections with each other, but to connect and then allow the chairman to, help continue to get this letter to everyone. And that's the primary goal of my being here. I'm representing Paul Mabior. I'm not a supporter of his South Sudan Republican Party, but I do support the unity and the gathering of everyone together. So thank you.
Splendid. Thank you. We'll share our emails. Yeah. Thank you. Hi everybody. Welcome, Orele. We're delighted to have you. We're going to start now. The other speakers will probably join us because we are mindful that Dr. Lual is in transition. He's traveling and he's given us his valuable time. So we really want to maximize his presence with us. Today's discussion is part of the South Sudan People's Charter initiative discourses around the nation state in terms of where our struggle and where we came from pre-colonial to post-colonial era time to post-colonial and now to an independent South Sudan. As a people, obviously, we have historical memories and shared commonwealth as a people. The bulk of the people in South Sudan are like a microcosm of Africa, but we do have a lot of linkages. And again, history hasn't been fair to us. We were condemned at some stage, but we've recovered and we've literally gathered strength and our resilience to liberate ourselves. With liberation comes a lot of challenges with the nation state in Africa and its structures and its contradictions, its extractive origins. It's continuously a struggle to build nations that are viable and nations that can carry everybody and nations that can also deliver services and manage their resources accordingly. We are honored to have several speakers today as we look ahead. We want to delve into issues to do with agriculture, and obviously we know agriculture is an essential source of revenue for many countries, but is also a source of not only employment but livelihood for our people. So today's discussion, we look at agriculture as a path to stability, economic development and prosperity in South Sudan. As many have mentioned earlier, and thanks to Manon and others, South Sudan has a huge potential. We have 31 million, can't remember the exact definition, but we have a lot of arable land that is really available there to be used. As a nation emerging from conflict, obviously, it takes time to regain the stability we need. Today's host are a very illustrious member of notables and people who have done a lot in the struggle for our independence. We're extremely elated to have the presence of Dr. Lual Deng, who's the current chair of the Agricultural Bank of South Sudan. He has a huge resume. He's an economist, he's an academic, he's a politician. He's also an author of a book on our late great leader, Dr. John Garang. He authored the book called The Power of Creative Thinking, which literally dissects and analyzes the importance of Garang, even though he, in a posthumous sense, he could still be revered and remembered for all that he did for the struggle and the ideas that he advocated. Many of his disciples and contemporaries are the likes of Dr. Lual himself, who was an economic advisor to the movement. He has played a huge role in the struggle. He continues to play a great role, and we're very honored to have him. We're meant to have the presence of General Achille, Honorable Achille, who's a member of the board of directors at the Central Bank of South Sudan. Unfortunately, he had a conflicting engagement and has apologized. With us also should be Professor Salah Jibril Khatir, I don't know if he has joined, but we're hoping he'll join. He's a dean of the former dean of the Natural Resources Department. Elijah, please mute your mic. Elijah, mute your mic. Yeah, so sorry about that. Dr. Professor Salah is an academic, also an agriculturist who has articulated a lot of ideas and made a lot of work, contributed a lot of academic papers towards the need to stabilize as a territory, but also on the potential of South Sudan as an economic basket, not only for our region, but for probably further afield. With us also should be Mr. Kol Mian Kwal. He's a journalist, a well-known...
Sorry, Justin, you've cut off, I believe.
Okay, can you hear me now? Could you hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
Can anybody else hear it, Justin?
James, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. It might the